Hi everyone, it's Cam, and I wanted to do a quick video to talk about crystals for abundance, prosperity, and manifestation. I get asked this question a lot. It's probably one of the most common ones. What crystals can I use for manifestation, for abundance, and prosperity? And I do have this one formula. I like to call it my favorite combo, and I talk about this also in another video about favorite combos. But one of my all-time favorite combos has to do with crystals for manifestation. Now, when you talk about manifestation, you can really use any crystals for manifestation, because if you think about it, whatever crystal you're using, you are trying to manifest something. So if you're using rose quartz, maybe you're trying to manifest love for yourself or for others. Or if you're using green aventurine, you might be trying to manifest good luck. Or if you're using lapis lazuli on your third eye, you're trying to manifest having more psychic type of vision. So when you think about it, most of your crystal use is all about manifesting anyway. So you're going to go ahead and use whatever crystals you would want to use for that specific purpose, if that makes any sense. But I do have a combination that I really like to use, and it involves, I have to look down because I have my crystals here. All right, so citrine, number one in terms of manifestation, abundance, prosperity. Citrine is definitely one that you want to have in your toolkit for so many reasons. But if you're talking abundance, prosperity, manifestation, citrine is really the one. In my opinion, it works so well to manifest, and it works so great on the solar plexus, because you're looking at really working that solar plexus, because that's our power center, and that's where we get things done. That's where our confidence is, right? That's where our self-esteem is. That is where our power center is and where we can manifest. So whatever crystals really work well for you in your solar plexus is what you want to do. For me, it's citrine, so I would recommend that. Again, it might be yellow jasper to you. Pyrite is another really great one to use for that. And also for pyrite, what's great about pyrite, it also grounds the energy. So, because pyrite is very, very heavy and dense. So it's not only good for manifestation in terms of working your solar plexus, it also brings that energy down. So it's a really good one. So these two really, really work well together. Also, you want to have another kind of grounding stone. Especially if you're not working with the pyrite, you're just working with the citrine, you might want to bring in another kind of grounding stone, such as a black tourmaline, or lodestone, or even hematite. Something to show that you're grounding that energy. That's very important. So a really great combo then would be the citrine, black tourmaline, the pyrite, or any combination of some kind of grounding stone. So citrine and some kind of grounding stone is really a fantastic way to manifest whatever it is that you're looking to manifest. All right, so and also clear quartz, and I don't have that out, but clear quartz too, to amplify all that energy. All right, so that's a good one to have too. And then you want to customize whatever it is you're trying to manifest. Right, so if you're looking for abundance and prosperity, if you're looking for more prosperity, you would maybe take out like your ruby. So you would use your citrine or your pyrite or whatever with your ruby, because then you're getting specific. So what is it that you want to manifest? What are you looking to manifest? All right, so you're looking at your solar plexus and you're getting that all pumped up, ready to go. But then you have to be very specific as to what you want to manifest. So ruby or garnet is really good for prosperity. This is garnet. Also, green aventurine, moss agate, really great for like luck and growth. Okay, blue kyanite, if you're looking for like communication or going on like a job interview or something like that, or if you want to manifest a job and you're going on a job interview, you might have your citrine along with your blue kyanite. Kind of get the drift. If you're looking for love, you'll have your rose quartz involved with that. Tiger, you know what? Tiger eye is also a really good one for the solar plexus for manifestation, any kind of abundance or manifestation. If you're going to take a test, you might bring your citrine with you for joy and confidence and your power center, but you also might want to bring something like a fluorite to help you focus. So you see what you're doing here? You are being very specific as to what it is you want to manifest. And I think that's the key. You have to be very specific as to what you want to manifest. Smoky quartz is also a good one for manifesting. And I think that's about all I have in terms of like my favorite ones that I use, and I put it all in a combination. I'll put some links below and some videos for abundance and prosperity and manifestation crystal grids that I've done. Typically, I've noticed you're using some of the yellows and the greens along with some kind of grounding, but it's not always just about the colors. Just remember that there is an energetic vibe to these. So like I said, with the pyrite is not just your solar plexus, it's also grounding. So that's the key to that. And also use your affirmations. So when you have your crystals, you might have them in your pocket, or you might put them in your purse or under your pillow, or you might meditate with them, but you want to have your affirmations as well, because that's a really key part of it. Because when you think about it, these crystals often have different kinds of properties. Something like moss agate, you can use moss agate if you have a cold. You can use moss agate if you are looking for luck or growth. So you want to be specific and have a specific affirmation when you're working with your crystal. And some call that programming. I don't really program my crystals, but I do, if I am looking for something very specific, will hold my crystals and say, okay, this is what I'm looking for, and I call that an affirmation. So I surround myself with abundance is a good one. I can create my life and attract abundance. I'm open to attracting and receiving abundance. And then you could be very specific. I'm open to receiving love in my life. I'm open to receiving friendships, long-lasting, lifetime friendships, that kind of stuff. So I hope that helps, and have fun with it. Again, use your intuition. That's very important when you're picking crystals. These are just some of my favorites in terms of abundance, prosperity, and manifestation. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, please put them below. Let me know what kind of crystals you use to attract abundance and prosperity and to manifest. And as always, have a blessed day. Bye.